Hey there everybody and welcome to Dragon's Roar Journey to the Edge of Sight. And let's introduce my amazing cast over on here. We have Camo, so Feyama playing as Saskia.
Hello.
We have Simon playing as Esborn. Justin playing as our amazing Disney princess, Princess Tiger Lily. And Eyecye playing as Pharaoh Wingnum. And I'm actually not gonna tell you what he is. You're gonna find out later on. So let's add Eyecye's name over on here. And what's up, guys? I haven't seen you in some time. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing really good. I've lost like 10 pounds recently, so I'm feeling really good about myself.
That is awesome. I've just started working out after I finished all the exams, so I can't really say anything like that, but we'll see. Like in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna tell you if it worked or not.
Yeah, gotta get. It takes some time.
Yeah.
Get,
And I'm not doing like gym or any type of vitamins. I'm just doing like home exercises.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been going to the gym.
Yeah, I mean,
I
kind of want to go
to the gym. So fancy.
So Simon, what's up with you? How have you been doing?
It's been good, man. You know, been doing well, lots of usual stuff. You know, just working, reading, learning how to play the guitar.
Awesome.
And played Dungeons and Dragons with some of my friends.
That's great.
Like Eyecye and Faye.
Bad.
Me and Justin getting ostracized. Simon, can you just tilt down your camera just a bit? That's perfect. So Eyecye, I've heard it's kind of cold there. It's kind of chilly.
It's like negative, like 1, I think. Yeah.
And also, can you
Celsius? I don't know what that translates to.
can you turn up your mic just a bit? Your audio levels are very low compared to the other people.
Okay. Is this better?
Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. So what's up with you?
Yeah, it's just been pretty cold recently, as winter tends to be. I'm sure you guys are jealous if it gets too hot over there.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Must be so hard to have like 15 degrees plus Celsius or something in the winter.
It's only -1 like in my room right now. But yeah.
Oh yeah, something was broken, right? No? Something was not right in your house.
What?
Yeah, the house is not right. That's a problem.
It's haunted.
By a frost ghost.
Feyama,
Yo,
how are
what's
you?
up? I'm doing pretty well. I had a super long, very exhausting weekend so far. So this is like the beginning of my free time. So I'm not going to say I'll be looking forward to this, because every time I say that, I just end up being salty for the rest of the session. So I'll just say, yeah, I don't know. I hope it's going to be great. I know I said like goodbye after the last intermission stuff, and then I kept coming back, and now I'm officially part of this thing. So yeah, I apologize in case you were really looking forward to never seeing me ever again. So that didn't work out. Yeah, I'm officially back.
You're officially back.
I think you're overestimating people's memory.
Like, who's that again, and why does that guy have such long hair?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about what we're actually doing here. So, for those who have been following the channel, we finished with this cast, Hoard of the Dragon Queen, which was a 5e module. After we finished with the Dragon Queen, we were supposed to do Rise of Tiamat, but upon reviewing the module, I just asked the group, what do you want to do? And we decided on starting a high-level custom campaign and just restarting the whole thing and see what's up. So that's what we went through, and that's how Dragon's Roar Journey to the Edge of Sight has been born. You guys are in a completely different world. We're not fucking on with Faerun anymore. This map over on here, we're gonna be using it for a couple of sessions until I manage to do a custom map. Like, I'm gonna do a full-on custom map for this, and then we're gonna be using that. I haven't had the time to do it yet. And that's I think that's about it. So let's just jump into the adventure. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Are we gonna have like a little bit of, you know, what characters are we, like, how do we know each other?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be like, we're gonna start with Justin Tigerberry, and then like everybody's in the first hour, everybody's gonna get introduced like easily. So you have like a moment to do like a speech about your character and who he is, how he has been known, and so on. Okay, cool. So, Justin, you're the first one to present your character. Who are you?
I am Princess Tiger Lily, the youngest. I don't even know how many siblings I have.
You have 2 other siblings, 2 bigger brothers.
I have two older brothers, so I'm the darling of the family. I'm a little absent-minded, a little oblivious. I love stories of romance and dashing adventure. But unfortunately, Mother Hildegard tries to teach me about religion and the way women are supposed to be. So I run away and I spend all my day playing about in the castle and pretending I'm on a great adventure. And then my father yells at me for running away from Hildegard and I get in trouble.
Okay, so
But I love playing with animals and singing.
Your father's name is the world of Pamor, Robert Midgar, and your mother's name is Hildegard Midgar, of course. You have been living in Pamor your whole life, but one day, a couple of weeks ago, a messenger appeared in town. This messenger carried a small letter from Robert Midgar's brother. Now, unbeknownst to most, on the 2 opposite ends of the map were 1 lord and an emperor, bound by brothers, divided at a young age by duty and responsibility. Eventually, their lives settled down and peace reigned on their lands. But on the arrival of the messenger, the Green Emperor, Robert's brother, tells him that he does not possess any heirs on the male side and does not trust any of the power-hungry noble houses in the Western Kingdom. He asks Robert a favor, to send him a worthy heir. Now, Robert has done just that. In an attempt to make this happen, he has sent his 2 biggest sons, each with an envoy. These envoys are special to the family of Midgar. There is a tradition called the Blood Oath. Every member of a group that swears the Blood Oath is now treated as one, as the same as royal blood. The oath needs to be proven, though, through acts of bravery and might, to prove the powerful spirit runs deep and true through all of them. Now, both of your brothers have chosen close friends and adventurers to go off and try and prove their worth and to become emperor. One returned after a mere couple of days. His party scattered. 2 of his men disappeared, assumed dead. They were attacked by a giant bear, and people are whispering, his friends are whispering that they ran, but he sustains that he just says the fight did not go well, and he does not want to go out again. Now, your other brother, the middle brother, tried the same thing, gathered his most trusted friends, and he actually defeated the great bear and went through the Shadow Vale. But upon encountering the Goblin King and his retinue, more up north, he was defeated also, and came back with tail covering beneath his legs. So now, the only other person of royal blood is Princess Tigerwood. As much as Mother Hildegard hates this, and as much as Robert does not trust you, it is tradition that all siblings get a fair chance.
You mean I get to go on an adventure? A real live adventure?
Yes, and you have to gather your friends. Good friends and powerful ones. Swear blood
You're
oath
not
for
gonna
them.
let me see anyone. I don't have any friends.
Well, I have one person that can join you. A creature that I trust. Besides that, you have to venture on and find the people that you trust. I'm guessing that you, Saskia, and Esborn know each other in some way or another. You can make that up on the spot however you want. Basically, how do you guys met? Like, tell me
Let's
now.
see. Have you been in battles? Are you a soldier, Faye?
I'm not. So the thing is, I'm not exactly a soldier, but I'm like somebody who is very often around because I walk from the forest to town. I go wherever I'm needed. So we might have fought side by side. I think we might just be old friends because I just enjoy the company of people when I'm like
Are you an elf?
in town. I'm not an elf. I'm a human, but I speak Dwarvish, so maybe I just like practicing my language skills with you, and I just like hanging out in the tavern and playing dice.
I
So-
might just have known your parents perhaps because I'm pretty old.
Yeah, sure. I'm like, my family is like a traditional ranger family, right? So my mother used to be like a midwife and healer, and my father used to be the ranger, and it's like a long bloodline of rangers. So you might have known my parents before that.
What
I
does
might-
One of the things rangers traditionally do, or you get hired to like help hunt and track. So maybe if your character's a big hunter,
Yeah, exactly.
Simon?
Like I could also just be the scout for whenever Simon goes out. Like, and whenever there's a mission and they need somebody to scout, I might
You
might.
might-
You
As
might
a-
come from
As
like
a ranger, you might come from the forts surrounding Pamor. If you look on the map, up north you can see the bastion of the Goblin King. Pamor and the Goblin King have been at war for many centuries. So defensive forts have been erected north, and a couple even hidden in the Shadow Vale. So that might be one of the places where you can be. Those forts were just defensive at the first couple of centuries that they were made, but after they grew into actual small towns. So you might have been from some of those.
is
Sure.
it like the middle north or the left or right?
Didn't you guys see this? Here we go. Can you
Oh, it's
see
in the
that?
south.
Yeah, it's in the south.
All right. No, I couldn't. You said we were from like the Seven Isles, and I couldn't.
No, you're not from
Oh,
the
that was
south.
Also, is it just me, or is the writing in that map tiny?
It's actually not. It's actually decently sized. It's the font that's hard to read.
Yeah.
It's also a very big map. Just zoom in. You should be able to see it if you zoom in.
Oh yeah, it actually adjusts. I think, does it? Yeah. Okay. It was just blurry for me for a sec, but it adjusts. It's fine. I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm
It
not
was-
lying.
it was your eyes all along.
I'm old.
Okay,
Old and
so
grey.
Saskia and Elsborn, you guys know each other from being.
I'm gonna just
fighting
stop
together?
you and say it's pronounced Esbjörn.
Esbjorn. Okay, go.
Man, no wonder our kingdom's so
Swedish
tiny if
name.
all our trade is hampered by goblins all the time.
Yeah, that's your father is just simply a lord, and his brother is an emperor.
Esbjörn, do you have a nickname, or does everybody call you Esbjörn?
I think everyone just called me Esbjörn because officer in an army.
Are you very sensitive about your name?
Yes, Eyecye. Not with friends.
Okay.
Call me Essie or something. I'm not gonna be like, but yeah.
Okay, so how have
But
the-
not in company of like nobility. I have standards. It's called me as
Oh.
private.
So Princess Tiger, now that you want adventure, you're the adventurous type, and Esbjorn and Saskia over here have visited the city of Pamor, because it's the main trade hub. How have you met them in the city of Pamor? Under what circumstances? And why do you trust them?
Well, actually, I'm going to say that I probably don't know Feyama's character, but I do know. I forgot what was Simon's character's name.
Esbjorn.
Esbjorn. If he's an officer in the king's armies, I'm sure I've met him. And you said he was an older man?
Like he is in his let's see. He's approaching his the middle of his first century, so 143 years old.
Oh, well then he probably like knows lots of good stories. So whenever he like comes to the castle to report, I corner him and make him tell me stories. And he can't say no because I outrank him.
Good. Good. So
it's possible he doesn't even like coming to the castle anymore because I'm so annoying about it.
It's like, well, I guess sit down and you sit down, lass, and I'll tell you the story where I battled this huge frost troll named Darkodor. It was a vicious creature, limbs long as 3 logs, with a huge toothy grin. He would eat little girls like you for breakfast.
I could be breakfast.
But no worries, I have tooth, and I show him like one of the trophies I've taken. It's like a huge troll tusk. Mm-hmm. Like, aha! See this?
Immediately upon hearing that I have to go on a quest, this is the first person that I'm going to summon to me to be my
okay. So
my ally.
Without knowing why, Esbjorn, you are summoned to Princess Tiger's quarters. Do you want to summon to his quarters or to the armory?
To the armory.
Because the armory also has like a small training field. So you get summoned to the armory, and like there are a couple of guards to escort you there.
So you come in, you probably see me like picking up bows and testing them and looking at all the armor, and I'm like talking to the armor and like, do you have any female plate, like plate that a female could wear?
Yes, my lady, of course. We have one over right here, right beside for you.
It's not very stylish.
Well, jewelers are not that very common around here. Now, blacksmiths are good, but simple.
Could you make it lighter somehow? I just don't know.
We can take out parts of it, replace it maybe with chainmail, but it'll be lighter, but not that effective.
Well, let me think about it. Oh, Bjorn! I have wonderful news!
Your Highness?
We're going on an adventure together!
Bjorn and Saskia, you are aware of like what's been happening with her brothers. Everybody in town knows.
Just to give like a expression, like Esbjorn has like he's one of the few dwarves like even though he's not that old, he still has like completely white hair and beard, which he like has in iron rings. His beard is like iron rings, and he's wearing plate mail and carries a huge maul and a shield and axe, of course, as well. Backup weapons. Just to give a description.
Cool.
And of course, he has like battle scars over his face as well, because he's been in fights for so long.
Cool. Okay. So, continue on.
We're going on an adventure together.
This is about the what was it, the throne? Like the
So basically, the Emperor's
it's a lot of
name.
information.
1 second, I'm just gonna find
Yes.
my notes about
Father says that all the royal children have to try, and because my brothers failed, I get to go too. And you're my first companion. You're the first one. You're the first person I picked.
I'm trying to I'm you know. You see like my face, like you're not sure if it's like okay, yes, okay, but like it's very it's quite strained because like I know she's pestering me a lot. Of course I don't dislike the princess in any case, but it's like I know she can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, I suppose.
We'll get to be together all the time, and you can tell me so many more stories.
Wonderful.
Now,
Okay.
I think we should have an expert on the forest, and I don't know anyone because I'm not allowed to go to the forest. But I'm sure you know someone.
Yes.
Because we have to get through.
Yes, indeed, I do.
Excellent. And then we're gonna need one.
And in my mind, like, I'm not gonna suffer this myself.
You have been promised an additional member, like the 4th member of your party. Your father has told you that he trusts somebody with this.
And Father says he's gonna give us someone very reliable. So it'll be great. We have your cunning and wisdom, and then you find a person for the forest, and then Father will give us someone great, and it's so exciting.
I just give like the bow, like, of course, my lady.
We depart in 2 days, and I need to finish provisioning us. So you go find a forester or someone who knows the forest, like a tracker. I don't know.
I know just the person.
I leave it entirely in your hands.
Of course.
So excited.
Okay, so what do you do, Bjorn?
Where would Saskia usually?
Well, if she is
reside?
in town, which, wow, for some miracle, she actually is in town today, and you will find her.
Amazing.
We will find her, Saskia. Where are you?
I guess she just came back from like a scouting mission, and she's like currently in the I don't know if I'm in town. I'm like friends with a local healer, so I would be hanging out at their place, just helping people out. That's what I would do. Like, I brought somebody back from the mission who was actually hurt, and I'm looking after them.
Okay, great. So Bjorn, you find Saskia, the local healer.
I approach her like I would, and I know like an old friend, because like we said, we've been. I know her parents, and like, kind of like it becomes that kind of thing with the dwarves being so long lived. So Saskia and I are probably closer than even her parents were. There you are. I have been looking for you.
Oh, Esbjorn, what's going on? Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. And I just approach him, and you can see me, like, my hands are covered in something that looks like, I don't know, like a sticky green liquid or something. There's also like red smears of blood there. And I just try to give him a hug without actually touching him. So like I'm giving this hunched over small,
yes,
awkward hug.
I do like to really like awkward pat on the back kind of thing. I can see you're quite busy.
Oh, I'm actually done. I think we're good here. So what do you want to talk about? You want to sit down?
Yes, we should sit down. I don't know if I can keep up the accent all the way,
just-
but
just-
You can try till you get tired. That's fine.
No problem.
Well, first of all, I kind of she knows about this, right?
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. Okay. So, I start the conversation. You know about this, and so that's on over, and Her Highness has chosen me as one of her followers for this occasion.
Oh, good
And-
for you. And I just look at him very questioning because I'm not
I
quite sure
say-
if he would like this. I'm like, yeah.
I see a hint of glimmer. Yes. And she also has said that she wants a good tracker.
Oh, so I just think for a second.
And
I'm
I
like,
thought of your expertise, and you always come through for me and in the fields. And I
you want a recommendation from me?
I want you, Saskia.
What with?
I
With the-
think between the two of us, we can surely see this one through.
Like escorting the princess around?
I nod.
I'm not quite sure I even have clothes for that.
Saskia,
It can be.
you just
it can
know
be
this.
provided for you.
It's not an escort, and you all know this again. It's basically what he's talking about is the blood oath. Everybody that has been going on is the blood oath. Everybody's treated equally. So at the moment that you guys take the blood oath together, you're as one. You act as one, and you're as one.
So it would be it is like what? We
It's
are the
your-
same as her?
Yeah, you're basically the same as her, and she's the same as you. So even if you all reach the castle on the other side to become emperor, any one of you can take that position. It's a decision in the group. Everybody needs to vote, and who's the chosen representative gets to be the male heir. The guy who
that's all it
gets
was.
under.
Okay. That's
So
what it was.
it's kind of how can I put this?
It's a free for all. Yay! Well, not really.
It's a blood oath. I can't really say anything more than that. You can take it however you want, but basically everybody's gonna treat you like you're just one person. You are all now royal blood, and you are all now on the same quest. And if you fail, you all fail. If you succeed, you all succeed.
Okay. That's an interesting setting.
I just I still say that I think together we can see this one through. I've been friends with your parents for a while, but I feel even closer to you.
I don't know if I'm the person for this mission. I mean, I'm the best to lead people through the forest. I think that's true. But if you want to go, and if you want me to accompany you, then I will do that. I would not.
I do not say this lightly, Siska. There are not many people I would choose to travel with in such a thing. It takes a lot for a dwarf to say this. You know so.
Yes, I understand and I appreciate it. It's fine. I have some things to do, but I will accompany you. I will go on this quest.
Great. Meet me back at the. Is it the? Is it a palace or like a king?
It's a fortress.
Fortress.
Yes, but this is more of a military agricultural kind of establishment. Also, you have been told by the guards that the blood oath will be taken tomorrow at noon.
Okay, well, I inform her of that, unless she didn't know.
I nod and I say, okay, then this will be a busy day.
Stock up on supplies that you might need.
Yes.
Good. I'll see you tomorrow, perhaps then.
Yeah. See you around.
I grasp her arm, like, just give her like a solemn nod.
I nod back.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, so you do you want to do anything else besides this? Like, basically now we're skipping towards tomorrow. So any exact action?
Yeah, you know what, Chucky? Let's actually. So, everyone, I think what we actually, should do is that we should actually head to port, and gather up our all our 20 each warships that we all bought from the PHP. Because essentially, Chucky had this thing where like, okay, so you cannot have any magical items really, but you can have everything from the PHP, and the warships are in the PHP. So I'm just gonna become like the warship captain of like my armada of warships.
You will just drown in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. It's like all the warships you bought were at a discount, and actually all were named Titanic. So when you go up, suddenly like.
Well, also, when you buy them, they don't come with crews? You have to crew them.
They come with a woman that wants to be drawn, like naked. Like they just all came with a woman that wants to be drawn.
and another crazy guy, like, I am the king of the world, like in the actual.
I sneak into her chamber and steal like a huge crystal necklace.
Oh yeah, it's actually there. Yeah, all came like it's a weird like metal thing. It's like a safe or something. You don't know exactly sure what it is. Okay, so you guys spend the day preparing, and at noon the next day, you are all presented in the front hall of the fortress. Now the front hall is quite special. It's built around this chalice, this amazingly wide chalice. It's about 15 feet by 15 feet, reaches your chest if you are medium height. So, for example, for a dwarf, it's a bit higher. And
I'm like 5 feet tall, like pretty. So yeah.
Yeah, just a bit higher.
Pretty tall for a dwarf, I suppose, but mountain dwarves tend to be that.
The throne is in the back. It's quite a simple throne made out of stone and marble, sparsely decorated. Most of the things in this castle seem to be simple but sturdy. Now, as you guys gather, you notice that there's above the chalice, the whole ceiling is open, and the sun is exactly up in the middle, shining down on the chalice. Now, there's a person that's introducing everybody as they enter, a herald. So I'd like you to tell me how he introduces you. So just simply a text like, this is, and this is. So Princess Tiger, you're the first one who comes in. How does the Emperor introduce you? Or the herald introduce you?
I mean, I don't know what all of my ties are. Generally, heralds are not only announcing the name, but like all the ties. I don't even know my last name. What's the last name of the family?
Midgar.
Midgar?
Yes.
Princess Tiger Lily Midgar, first of her name. The most beautiful girl in the 7 Isles.
Okay, there we go. Saskia, you are the second one to enter. How does the herald announce you're coming?
Okay, so the herald says, entering Saskia Longstrider, warden of the forest, scout in the woods, friends of people.
There we go. Then we have Elfsbjorn. How are you announced?
So he says, entering Officer Esbjorn Eldbane, slayer of orcs, ogres, drow, and trollkin alike. Yeah.
There we go. And a member none of you know, but the Emperor himself rises to say, "And my blessing on this adventuring party," and enters a creature that you have never seen before. Eyecye, how do you look?
I'm a creature made of both wood and steel. A creature that appears mechanical but is probably some kind of animated by magic of sorts, with like no like flesh or hair. The only real like standing out characteristic other than the skin of wood and steel is the white glowing eyes that seem to have changed color.
Okay. Just one more bit. Can you turn the gain up a bit? Still seems like you're very low compared to
sure.
everybody else. Is this only me? Can you guys like hear him no more?
Is that better?
I think so. Let's talk a bit. Just say something.
7 fish.
Oh no, that's better. That's all better. Okay, so you enter, and how does the herald introduce you?
I guess this is Feralignum, a being from a long time ago, a creature from a forgotten time without the memories of the past, a being that yearns for a purpose.
There we go. And a purpose has been given. You are all placed in like forward, behind, and to the sides at equal distance around the chalice. Each of you is given a dagger of complete silver with a different type of jewel encrusted at the end of it. You, Princess Tigerlily, have a small diamond. Saskia, you have a fire gem. Elsbane or Elsbjorn? Which one do you want?
Esbjorn Eldbane, not
Okay.
Elsbane.
Okay, there we go.
Elsbane would be pretty. I'm not go over well.
Esbjorn, you have a sapphire. And Fellow,
Sick.
you have a night gem.
Sapphire knife?
A what now? A what gem?
Dagger?
A night gem. It's a night blue gem with a small, tiny white pebble just in the middle of it.
Okay.
Okay, so you get just like silver dagger with this encrusted over on it. Each of you is requested to slash the open palm of your hand and put your hand inside of the chalice.
Question: how does Eyecye do that?
Oil, I'm guessing.
There ain't no oil.
Something pours out of you.
I don't bleed, therefore you cannot kill me.
Oh my god.
Well, just looking
Civil
at
War.
the guy, just blood is only like ceremonious. You just need to put your hand inside.
Yeah, I guess like I'd cut my hand and just kind of look at it for a second and put it in.
Okay, so do you all do this?
It's part of the oath, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so all of you insert your bleeding hands inside, and the blood doesn't actually just pour around the water. It forms an interweaving webs connecting each of you in one circle, and then more intertwining circles until only one small circle at the middle remains. This shines in a bright red light for just a couple of seconds, and then everything disappears. The cut is not on your hand anymore. The Emperor raises up and says, "It has been done. The third blood oath and the final for the Midgard family has been enacted. You are now one. Act as one and speak as one. Journey to the edge of sight." And that's the whole ceremony. You guys are given a banquet right after this to celebrate your just your departure. it seems that your brothers, Tiger, are not actually that happy with you. They seem to be just extremely salty at you, not talking to you, avoiding you, and whenever you just cross them in the crowd, they seem to be just sniding remarks at you with other people.
I mean, they're just jealous that they already went on their adventure and mine's still in my future.
Pharaoh, you are met with a lot of stares, but as the Emperor approved of you, a lot of people are interested to talk to you. So, a lot of officers, generals, and just simply nobles start talking to you, asking you the most common questions, like where are you from, what's your name, and so on.
Like, who are you from?
I guess I'll kind of just like stand there speechless and just kind of try and nod at any kind of question that they kind of say without providing like a long answer.
Okay. Esbio and Saskia, you're pretty much known to everybody in here, so it's like it's a normal party for you guys. So what do you want to do?
There are
Well,
other like officers here as well, right? You know,
Yes,
in the
yes.
environment.
In Pamor and around the cities, because they rely on the military to keep them safe from the creatures of the Shadow Veil and the Goblin King. Generals and officers have a lot of influence, actually even more than most nobles.
Okay, I'm just asking. So the other ones have already gone on their journey, you said, as well?
Yes, the other two bigger brothers have already gone on the journey and failed.
Awkward. They're gonna get shown up by a girl.
Okay, whoever's typing, that's very loud, by the way.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay, so do you want to do anything specific at this banquet?
I mean, are people coming up to talk to me, or
People are kind of
Wishing
politely
me
coming
luck?
up. Yeah, people are politely doing that. Like, they're just politely doing it. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are... It's like, okay, but good luck. It's like they expect you to return in a couple of days as well.
okay? I'm trying to be restrained. I'm not being my normal, like
Well, thank God.
Inside, I'm dancing.
Thank you so kindly for your words. I'm sure with my brave companions we'll be just fine.
I'm sure, Your Highness, I'm sure. Also, Saskia and Esbjorn, it's a bit weird. You've never been treated this way. Like, there are butlers that are coming to you, especially when they're asking if you want anything. You are given for tonight rooms inside of the castle, like the best rooms inside of the castle. You are treated as Princess Tigray has been treated her whole life for one night.
Yeah, well, you can tell that Saskia she's totally not used to all this, but she's thoroughly enjoying it. So you can just see her walking around. She just grabs like food from trays. She just stuffs it in her face, and there's like grease dripping from her mouth, and she's just drinking. She's not very good with eating manners and etiquette and stuff. She just enjoys talking to everybody she hasn't seen in a very long time. So she goes around, she gives people nudges, and she's like, "Yo, what's going on? How have you been? Oh, have you heard I'm going on this amazing journey thing? And like, I was personally recommended. I'm very excited." And then
Everybody
like
just, like,
I.
bows
Yeah,
to you the first
and
time
I
you
just
see.
and she's just talking, and there are like pieces of meat flying out of her mouth and everything, and then she just walks over to the there's like this line where people try to talk to the princess, and she just makes her way through the line and to get actually in front, because she hasn't had the chance to properly talk to the princess yet, right? So she'll just walk up to her and then be like, "So we're going on this amazing journey, aren't we?" And I'm just going to extend a hand to her, and I'm like, I'm super excited for this.
You feel so like as soon as you close with her, you feel this like warm, like calm, good, happy feeling. Both you and Tiger always feel this. It's like meeting a very old friend, a very good friend. even though you have never really talked beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go on.
Yeah, I just extend a greasy hand to her.
I chuckle from my table.
Justin, you're muted. You should really fix that, dude.
Yeah, Chucky, you're not much better at that.
I fixed it multiple. I mean, I don't know what's causing it, so I don't know how to fix it.
I don't get muted. Come on. Maybe. Sometimes.
Oh yes, it's gonna be so exciting! I can't wait. Bjorn.
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 It's Bjorn.
Esbjorn.
Esbjorn says you're just the finest forester. I can't wait to go to the forest. I've never been, to the forest before, but I'm sure it will be wonderful.
So I just take her hand and I like give her a very strong handshake, and then I pet her shoulder and I say, I'm not really sure if fine is the adequate expression, and I was a little bit worried when they told me I'd be around you, but you know what? You seem just fine. I think we'll be doing okay.
I agree.
Great. Okay, I need to get some more food. So I'll just turn around and I'll just look for more food somewhere.
I've been like chuckling like to myself, like see her go around, like because like being an officer, I might have had some, maybe not as much as the princess, but I might have been in some banquets before.
Oh, you have. You
Right?
definitely have. Yes.
Yeah.
Journeys to defeat the Goblin King and his minions have been many throughout the years, and every time there's a big battle, there's a banquet.
Yep. I chuckle, but my face kind of go a bit serious and stern for a moment, and I shift my gaze towards the Tin Man.
Okay.
I look at him, but like I make my way over to Eyecye's.
Same thing happens. That's
arrow.
Saskia with Tiger really happened. You reach each other, and it's like meeting a very old friend that you very much trust. It's like a good
it
feeling.
kind of confuses me because I never seen this guy before, but like I guess it would be a side effect of the oath everyone took. I go up to him. So, Pharaoh, was it? Is it because you are made of iron? I say. Is that why you call yourself Pharaoh?
Pharaoh just stays there. He doesn't respond.
What matter of creature are you? I've never seen such a thing before. Well, such as you.
I myself do not know.
Okay, your sound went down again. Like I could barely hear that.
I heard it.
I could.
I just said, I myself
Okay.
do not know.
He looks like he's made out of wood and metal.
Steel. Yes, and steel.
Kind of like I know it's rude to like poke around. So I just watch him, get curious. Like this oath, it makes me feel close to you. But I will just say this. We will see how you fare on the battlefield. Or whatever trouble we might face on our journey. And then perhaps we can become friends. I just go back to my table.
Okay, so you go back to your table, and anything else anybody else want to do, or are we good for this banquet?
So just one thing? like
You can do
As I-
multiple things if you want to.
as I walk past the tables to collect my food, like I see that the dwarf and this very interesting creature that they are talking, and as soon as Esbjorn leaves, I will just walk around Fel, and I will just say, well, I guess you're our lucky charm, knock on wood, and I just do ding ding on him, and then I keep walking towards the dwarf.
I like.
I mean, you can tell that Saskia's already had like at least 2 glasses of wine too much. She's just yeah.
I smile. It's
And I kind of shook my
Siska.
head.
Saskia, I mean, not Siska, Saskia.
Yep.
I motions for her to drink even more, like, you know, to like a canister, like, you know, I pour her more wine. Like, like, cheers.
Yeah, and we clink mugs, I guess.
Okay.
That was totally in my humor scale.
Very subtle, very subtle.
Okay, so you guys go through the banquet. It is very enjoyable. At night you're given your own rooms and told that tomorrow you'll be departing. The horses are all prepared. If you wish anything else, you should let them know now. All of you are also provided with the riding horses. I think Tiggery is going to have a pack horse with her as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
just
that,
walk?
you can just walk if you want to. You are provided a horse. You cannot take it if you don't want it.
I guess I'll take the horse, but I'll walk with it, like, and I'll put like some stuff on it, but like.
I had the armor whip up, or well, maybe not. Maybe the different craftsmen whip up a couple of like small things for me. They're not terribly interesting, but they're all very doable. So.
Hey, Justin, you have a forehead cam. Just don't lean in some because this is weird when you talk.
I'm being Neil. This is my Neil impersonation.
This is your new impersonation.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, he does.
I do that all the time too because it helps me read stuff.
It's
Because my
funny.
voice is quite
It's funny when I saw him do this live. Like people were seeing him like this, and I was seeing him like from the side doing this. Like he was bobbing his head inside.
Yeah, some people just do that.
That was his pigeon impression.
Yeah, exactly. It was just role playing. Okay, so the night goes on, and let's see. I want all of you to give me a 1d20.
It's like I want him to prepare before, like I want to prepare my mount as well, you know.
This is the night. Like you are now sleeping. Like I want a 1d20
Yeah.
from all of you.
I rolled a 17.
Roll 20. Average 11.
So only Tiger Lily has a weird dream that stays with you during the night.
I
Go on,
don't think
sorry.
I should have rolled. I don't sleep.
You don't sleep?
You literally cannot sleep.
Okay,
can't
cool.
sleep.
So yeah, you shouldn't have rolled. Sorry. So Tiger Lily, you have a dream. You have a dream where you are around a silver tower, completely made out of silver. You look up around, it's like sheets of silver just go around and around and around, and you can see that it does have a top, but upon looking at it, it seems like blurred, and you can't really say if it's 100 feet tall or 500 feet tall. You go around it. Your feet just take you around this tower without your control of it. There's no entrance to it. It's simply just a wall. What do you do as you stop in front of the side of this tower?
And there's no door.
There is no door.
I'll walk up and touch it.
You walk up and touch it. When you walk up and touch it, you feel something strange. It's an emotion, but it's an emotion you've never had before. Images flash in front of your face, and you're not exactly sure what they mean, but they're of places you have never seen before. And suddenly, you are thrown off back into consciousness, and you see this tower overhead, and on a hill surrounded by mountains. And then you wake up.
Well, that's geologically unusual to have one hill surrounded by mountains. Normally, hills go into mountains.
Okay, and I think that's actually a good point to take our first break.
I agree.
So, okay, we're gonna take our first break, and when we come back, we'll start our journey to the edge of sight. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.